Welcome to your reading time for today. We're going to talk about something today that we have done in our class already. We've seen it in our lessons. We're going to talk about story time. Now, story time is when I'm going to read books to you guys. Now, there's some things that we need to remember, though, when we are doing our story time, both on virtual learning and in the classroom. And that means that we want to all enjoy our stories. We all want to hear the story, so we all need to be sure that we are listening and ready to learn. And hey, wait a second. We just talked about listening in our last lesson. Do you guys remember those 4 ways to show me with your body that you are listening? Let's look at them just really quick. To show me that you are listening during story time when we read books, you will have your eyes watching me, your ears listening, your voices off, and your body calm. And when you have those 4 things, you are showing me that you are listening and ready to learn and hear our wonderful story. So while we're doing story time, you need to be listening. We just said that. So the first rule of our story time is listen to the teacher with those 4 ways: eyes, ears, voice, and body. You also need to make sure that you're sitting nicely, which again is part of our listening rule. Having carpet procedure, crisscross applesauce. You also need to raise your hand if you have a question or an emergency so that you're not shouting out over our wonderful story. And that way I can call on you and I can help you when it's time, right? So easy rules. We need to have our listening rules. Eyes looking, ears listening, voices off, body calm. And when we have a calm body, you're able to show me sitting nicely on the carpet. Crisscross applesauce, which is our second story time rule. Our third story time rule is raising your hand if you need something or have to tell me something. Great job. And you guys are showing me every day that you know these rules and know how to follow them. So today we are going to read a story. And while we're reading, I want you to try and practice our story time rules. Can you do it? I know you can. We are going to be reading a book called My New School. And in this story, we're going to see lots of different activities that this boy right here does at school. And a lot of them are the same activities that we will do when we get back into our classroom. So let's go ahead and start our story time. And please make sure you are following our story time rules. My New School, written by Kristen Hall, illustrated by Barry Gott. This is my new school. This is where I play. And we have a gymnasium and a playground for you guys to play too. This is the art room. We have an art center in our classroom, and there's a whole other classroom with a different teacher who teaches you all the wonderful things about art. I draw every day. This is where I count. We have a math center in our room, and we'll do lots of counting there. I can count to 10. I know a lot of you guys can count to 10 too. This is where I read. We have 2 places in our school that we can read. We have a library center in our classroom, and we have a huge library full of books in our school. Let's read this again. This is where I write. Now, we have lots of places to write in our classroom, on our desks, in our centers. I love writing, so I want you to be writing as much as possible. I can write my letters. That's what we're practicing too. I write every day. Yep, we do too. Now I write much better. So he's gotten better and better at writing just by going to school. And you're going to see your brain getting stronger every day as well. This is where I learn. They are learning in a classroom just like we will at some point, but we are still learning on the computer. Soon, you will get your turn. And guess what? You already have, because you are in pre-K learning already. The end. Wow, that was a great book showing us a lot of different things in the school and classroom. And we're doing a lot of those already. And when we get back to our classroom, we're going to see a lot of those things too. The last thing I want to do with you guys is just write a couple words for you. Writing means that I put letters together in words. And I just want to share a couple of words with you. So I'm going to go ahead and scooch up to my whiteboard, and I'm going to grab one of my super magical erasing markers. And I want to write a couple words for you. Writing means that I'm holding something to write with, and I'm putting letters together. So I'm going to write our first word. P-L-A-Y. When I put those 4 letters together, P-L-A-Y, it makes the word play. Play. The next word I'm going to write is C-R-E-A-T-E. When I put those letters together, it makes the word create. Create. I create or make art. My next word, C-O-U-N-T. When I put the words C-O-U-N-T, or when I put the letters C-O-U-N-T together, it makes the word count. We will do lots of counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in our class. The last word I'm going to write is 4 letters long. There are 4 letters in this word. R-E-A-D. When I put those 4 letters, R-E-A-D, together, it makes the word read. And that is what we do almost every day, is read. So these 4 words, play, create, count, and read, are 4 things that we will do in our classroom. Thank you for watching me write, and I hope you guys are doing some writing too. Writing means I put letters together in words. You guys are so smart and amazing, and I'll see you in just a little bit.